Now, if you have these spices that I'm going to tell you now in your cupboard, you will be able to cook practically every kind of Indian food. There are thousands of other spices which are used in particular dishes and so on, and in regions, regionally. But these are your basic Indian ingredients that will... I used to have a food business here. I used to cater and I used to have a food business. And I did everything, cooking for weddings, cooking for everything, with the same spices I have on the table today. I promise you, this will change your life. It will change the way you cook.
Hi, what's your name?
Jeannie.
And who are you?
Hi, I'm Mama Mateena.
Oh.
Welcome to my cooking class. Here you go. So first I want to tell you about the first layer of flavors. It's called the Tadka. T-A-D-K-A. So a Tadka means when you braise, now we'll use that word, the whole spices in the oil or the ghee. Okay? Because that's how you are infusing the flavor into the oil. All right, that's your first layer of spice, of flavoring. And that happens with whole spices. So the whole spices we have are cinnamon, we have cardamom, and normally I have the whole pod, but I've ground my cardamom down because I prefer not to bite on the cardamom pod. Okay?
How do you grind it down?
With a
Coffee grinder.
coffee grinder. My coffee grinder grinds everything besides coffee. Black peppercorns. Do you know that if you buy black pepper like this in the shop, they will charge you 3 times more than buying the whole pepper? And if you grind it yourself, you have an unadulterated spice versus one that will definitely have something in it. So we've got pepper, we've got star anise, star aniseed, nutmeg. We don't use nutmeg that much, to be honest. It's more in meat dishes or in other things, but not that much. Fennel, the most commonly used whole spices in the Tadka, in the first layer, is your cumin seeds, mustard seeds, and it's the black mustard seed, not the yellow one, and usually curry leaves, which is something you don't normally get everywhere. But your good Indian spice shop should have it. All right, so that's your main ingredients for your Tadka.
Salsa and tacos! India, baby!
The second layer is where we start with the ginger, garlic, and chili. So this is a masala that's made. And I want you to smell that. You can do a lot of smelling.
Oh, I like that. Oh boy.
So this, I'm going to give you my grandmother's recipe. She raised 7 children selling these kind of things. And now I'm aware of everything that came from my ancestors that are now coming out in me. So this is a masala. So how do you make this? Okay, equal parts of ginger and garlic. You're going to clean your ginger, you're going to clean your garlic, and you're going to wait after you've cleaned it. Okay? So let's say half a kilo of ginger, half a kilo of garlic. You can freeze this.
Okay.
So I put it in little Ziploc bags and I stack them up and freeze them. Now you can use this not only for Indian food, you can use it for Thai food, for everything. You can make a chili oil from it. You can make a spread out of it. You can do all kinds of things. So you've got half ginger, half garlic. Then you're going to use the Kashmiri red chili. You can use any red chili that you want, okay? But I use this chili because it has, look at the color. It has the color, it has the flavor of a red chili, but it doesn't have the heat. So you can have a good, robust masala without adding the ginger, garlic, all that, and it burns your mouth. Yeah. So if you want it to be stronger, you would add another powdered red chili that's hot. So you would use 250 grams of the red chili. Leave the seeds in, just take the stem off, okay? And it's easier to take off when it's wet and soft. You just pull it off.
You like that?
Welcome to Salsa and Tacos!
This blade is for chopping. Okay, so I put a handful of that mixture in here, and then I add a little bit of salt and a little bit of oil. And your normal sunflower oil, canola oil, whatever oil you want to use, you don't need like an olive oil to do this, because the oil and the salt are the preservatives. Okay, that's how you preserve it. If you look at this, it's not a paste. It's still quite whole.
Still got like a chunk.
It's still got chunks. It's a bit chunky.
This is one of those little nuggets you just take away. Only this.
I know.
Yes.
We'll
Yes,
just crush
I
this.
promise you, this will change your life. It will change the way you cook. The next thing that's really important is coriander powder. So smell that. Very important ingredient. The next one is the cumin powder. So cumin and coriander. And the relationship between these two, they're like brother and sister. And generally, you would have two coriander to one cumin. That's the balance. This is turmeric. Pay attention to the color. Most turmeric in the shop is like a light yellow color, which has definitely, when you go to your Indian spice shop, ask him for A grade turmeric, because there is such a thing. Coriander, cumin, and turmeric. Those three are like family. They go together. 2, 1, 1. That's part of your formula there. Because if you were making a curry, you would have 2 to 3 spoons of the ginger garlic masala, 2 spoons of your coriander, 1 spoon of cumin, 1 of turmeric. And then if you wanted to add more chili flavor, you would add another teaspoon or so of the red chili powder. That's your second layer of flavoring.
What's that one called?
There isn't a name for it.
Perfect.
And the last thing is just. The last thing.
The third layer of flavoring is your fresh layer. So it's either a squeeze of lemon or coriander, cilantro would go in at the end. And then we also have another one, which is a weird one. We're going to use it today. It's fenugreek.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, it's reeks. It should be called fenugreek. Quite a strong smell. So you use very little of it, but it's something that goes at the end. Okay, to bring a freshness or a different dimension to the flavor. All right, so that's your last layer of flavoring. So once you have all these in your arsenal, you know that these are the things you use first. We're going to learn how to do this now, and then the masala, and then the leafy bits that go at the end.
So this is the base, but depending on what you're cooking, you might leave out a few. Or?
Yes, you wouldn't put all of them in. No,
Okay,
there's
so this is
combinations,
It's
but
the
the most common combination is the cumin and mustard seeds and curry leaves. Those three are also a family. They kind of go together. If you were making like a spinach and potato curry, and you start with your tadka, and then you add your spinach and your potato, and then you add these, that's the formula you would use. Depending on how much you are cooking, if you're only making a little bit, it would mean one, half.
Right.
But that's the formula
Gotcha, yeah.
to get the balance.
The balance, right.
We're going to cook with that formula now.
Yeah, perfect.
You're going to see it in action.
Welcome to Goa. I love tacos and make beautiful tacos than Mexican people.
I love it.